If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, T.I. and his wife Tiny are being accused of sex trafficking. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, Joe, so this whole situation is crazy, right? Because T.I. and Tiny, his wife, are being accused of sex trafficking, right? So the whole situation is Tiny's former best friend, Sabrina, actually, who has a platform called Glam University, went on her platform the other day and basically accused T.I. of pulling a gun out on her and putting the gun to her head and basically threatening her life, right? The Shade Room actually reported on it, right? So in the comments of the Shade Room, Tiny actually responded back to Sabrina, aka Glam University, right? And she actually was trying to defend her husband T.I., right? So Tiny says, hold up, so you wanted an abuser to train your sons? He was just uncle 2 years ago. Now, when did you say my husband assaulted you? Did you change your mind or did you change your mind back? Right? So basically, Tiny is taking up for her husband and saying that, yo, T.I. never did this, right? But once Glam University came out with that story, apparently about 15 other women came out with stories very similar to Glam University, saying that T.I. and Tiny are abusive, right? So one woman came forward and said that back in 2016, T.I. and Tiny was at a hotel during CIAA weekend, and they had a lot of women in there, right? And only the women that wanted to get naked and stay naked were allowed to stay, and their cell phones were confiscated too, right? One woman says that she saw a woman who was forced to take Molly or forced to take drugs, and that she was crying hysterically as T.I. is just dragging women from his room to the bathroom and then going to get another woman and get that woman and take her from his room to the bathroom, right? This woman described T.I. as a monster. They said the woman was crying and that she really wanted to go home, but T.I. and Tiny would not allow her to go home or call an Uber or not allow her to get her phone back, right? There's another woman that said that back in 2013, she was a stripper. T.I. and Tiny took her out the club and they brought her home because they was gonna pay her to have sex. But Tiny got jealous because T.I. was paying a lot of attention to her and decided to like slap her up against the head. She said that she almost passed out after Tiny smacked her. She calls Tiny the ringleader of the whole situation and says that Tiny does this a lot of time to a lot of girls to bring them to T.I. And then she says that after Tiny beat her or slapped her in the head, that T.I. started choking her out, right? There's another woman who said that she was underage all the way back in 2005, like 15 years ago, and that T.I. and Tiny forced her to take drugs and have sex with them too, right? Now, I don't know if this is true. Allegedly, I don't know if they could actually go to jail for this because the statute of limitations is up if all of this happened in Atlanta, but the whole situation is crazy. A lot of people on the internet, though, and on Twitter seem to believe everything that is coming out about T.I. and Tiny. People are saying, yo, I believe this a long time ago. People said, yeah, man, T.I. and Tiny always do shit like this, right? I don't know what they do in their private, situation, but this is the allegations that are coming out now. You got to keep in mind that all of this is coming out from Glam University, which is Tiny's best friend, the woman who allegedly probably wants to be Tiny. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind too. But the whole situation is crazy, man. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.